My child, listen to me. You are not stuck. The place that feels like a wall is not stronger than my hand. The season that feels unmoving is not stronger than my voice. I see the pressure around you, the weight in your chest, the questions that rise when you look at your days and wonder whether anything will ever change. I speak to you now with tenderness and power. You are not trapped, and you are not forgotten. I am with you in the middle of the waiting, and I am already making a way where you cannot yet see one. You may have called this place a dead end, but I call it a doorway. You may have called this moment a delay, but I call it preparation. You may have called yourself stuck, but I call you held, guided, and loved. My child, I know how long the road has felt. I know how often you have tried to move forward only to feel the same weight return. Yet I tell you the truth, a still season is not the same as a final season. What seems fixed to you is not fixed to me. Do not let the noise of fear name your future. Do not let one difficult chapter become the title of your whole life. I am writing more than this moment. I am writing beyond this struggle. I am writing a story that can hold your tears, your lessons, your healing, and your joy. Listen to me, beloved. I have not placed you here to abandon you here. I have not led you to a place of no return. I have not brought you this far only to leave you surrounded by silence. I am nearer than your breath, and I am stronger than your fear. I saw the effort it cost you to keep going when your heart felt tired. I saw the times you smiled while your soul was aching. I saw the prayers you whispered when words felt too heavy. I saw the plans that broke your confidence and the disappointments that made tomorrow seem small. My child, I have never mocked your struggle. I have never been blind to your tears. I have gathered every honest moment before me. None of it was wasted. None of it was lost. None of it left you without my attention. There are chains that do not look like chains. There are fears that do not sound like fear. There are thoughts that wrap around the heart like a lock and tell you there is no exit. But I am the key. I am the one who opens what no human can shut. I am the one who loosens what despair has tightened. My child, you are not bound to the story fear is telling you. You are not chained to yesterday. You are not sentenced by a moment. You are not defined by what has slowed you down. Listen to me, sometimes you call yourself stuck because you cannot see how to move, but I am working even when movement is hidden. A seed appears motionless before it breaks the soil. A root grows in darkness before it becomes a tree. A sunrise is already moving while the night still covers the land. My child, my work often begins in places you do not recognize. I am not idle when you feel stationary. I am deepening, forming, aligning, and preparing. What feels like no progress to you may be the sacred ground where I am building strength that will last. You have asked me, why this season? Why this wait? Why does it feel like every step forward meets resistance? My child, resistance is not always refusal. Sometimes resistance is the place where endurance is born. Sometimes resistance reveals what must be healed before you can carry the next blessing well. Sometimes resistance is how I keep you from rushing into what would not serve your peace. I am not cruel in my guidance. I am careful. I am not late in my timing. I am wise. I am not withholding kindness. I am shaping a path that can hold you safely. My child, I know the places where you have tried to force change because waiting hurt too much. I know the moments you pushed, only to find yourself more tired. I know the times you measured your life by what had not happened yet. But hear me gently, you are not meant to carry your future by strain. You are meant to walk with me by trust. When you lean on your own strength alone, everything feels heavier. When you lean on my presence, the same road becomes bearable, and the burden begins to lose its grip. That is my gift to you. You are not stuck in a place beyond my reach. You are not forgotten in a corner of life where my eye does not follow. I am the God who sees every hidden thing. I see the thought you did not speak. I see the wound you did not name. I see the dream you put away because disappointment made it hard to hold. I see the part of you that still hopes but is afraid to hope too much. My child, I am not offended by your caution. I understand it. And I am here to turn that caution back into confidence. There are moments when you feel as though life has repeated the same lesson too many times. You wonder whether you will always be standing in the same place, asking the same questions, carrying the same ache. But I tell you, beloved, repetition is not forever. I can break the cycle. I can interrupt what has been familiar. I can renew what has grown weary. I can bring a new wind into old places. I can change the inside of your heart even before the outside of your world shifts. What seems repeated to you is not beyond my power to transform. Listen to me, my child. There is a difference between being held in process and being stuck in defeat. Process is not punishment. Process is the mercy of a God who knows how to prepare what is precious. Process may feel slow, but it is not empty. Process may feel quiet, but it is not absent. I use process to deepen roots, strengthen faith, and teach you how to receive what you once only prayed for. If you call every season of waiting a failure, you will miss the wisdom hidden inside it. I want you to see with my eyes. I know you want certainty. I know you want a map, a date, a clear answer, a visible sign that everything is changing now. But my child, I do not always give maps. I give my hand. I do not always give dates. I give daily grace. I do not always give the full picture. I give enough light for the next faithful step. That is not because I am hiding goodness from you. It is because I am leading you in a way that keeps you close to me. Closeness is where trust grows. Closeness is where peace lives. My child, I want you to remember who I am when your emotions try to name me by your circumstances. I am still the one who split the sea. I am still the one who fed the hungry in the wilderness. I am still the one who opened prison doors. I am still the one who calmed storms with a word. I have not changed because your current season is hard. My power is not reduced because your situation seems slow. My love is not smaller because your heart feels tired. I remain faithful, and my faithfulness does not waver. You may have made mistakes while trying to escape the feeling of being stuck. You may have rushed, pulled back, doubted, or tried to fix everything at once. My child, I do not turn away from you because you acted from pain. I call you back with mercy. I can work with honest hearts. I can heal the parts that reacted in fear. I can teach you a gentler way forward. Do not let shame tell you that you are disqualified. You are not disqualified. You are under my care. You are under my compassion. You are under my guiding hand. Listen to me, the enemy loves to whisper that the current season is your permanent identity. He wants you to say, this is just who I am now. This is just how life will always be. This is just the best it gets. But that is not the voice of truth. I am not finished with you. Your life is not reduced to one difficult chapter. You are not made of this pressure alone. You are made in my image, and my image in you is still alive. I am shaping you into someone more whole than the pain you have known. My child, when I say you are not stuck, I am not pretending there is no struggle. I am declaring that struggle does not have the final word. I am declaring that my purpose can move through the very place that feels unmoving. I am declaring that your tears are not evidence of defeat. They are evidence that your heart is alive and that healing is possible. I am declaring that what seems impossible to you is not impossible to me. There is no locked door in your life that my authority cannot open in the right time. I know how the mind can circle around one concern until it feels like the whole sky. I know how one unresolved issue can cast a shadow over everything else. My child, I am speaking light into that shadow. I am speaking peace into that circle. I am speaking clarity into that confusion. You do not need to solve every question tonight. You do not need to build your whole future in one emotional moment. Come close to me. Let your thoughts slow down. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart rest. I am here, and I am enough for this hour. There are some of you who have been waiting for a sign that you can begin again. Hear me, this word is your sign. This moment is your sign. My nearness is your sign. The fact that your heart is still listening is your sign. I am calling you out of resignation and into trust. I am calling you out of numbness and into hope. I am calling you out of self-condemnation and into mercy. My child, the path ahead may not yet look like what you imagined, but it is still a path, and I am still leading you on it. Do not let disappointment harden the tender place in you where hope still lives. I know you have been hurt before. I know that some promises from people were broken, and some expectations did not survive contact with reality. But I am not like broken promises. I am the Lord who keeps covenant. I am the one whose word stands when every human voice fails. My child, if I said I will be with you, I will be with you. If I said I will guide you, I will guide you. If I said I will restore you, I will restore you. Trust my character. My child, there is grace for the place you are in right now. You do not need to become someone else to receive it. You do not need to prove your strength before you can be comforted. I am the God who meets the weak, the weary, the uncertain, and the unfinished. I am not searching for impressive people. I am drawing near to honest hearts. So if all you can say is, Lord, help me, that is enough to begin. If all you can offer is a tired yes, I will receive it with love. I can work with that. Listen to me, beloved. I am not only able to move your circumstances. I am also able to move your inner life. Sometimes the first miracle is not the open door. Sometimes the first miracle is peace in the hallway. Sometimes the first miracle is strength in the waiting. Sometimes the first miracle is the quiet assurance that you are not forgotten. My child, do not overlook the small movements of grace. They are the beginning of greater things. I can make a new heart inside the same life. I can bring fresh courage into the same day. I can do that for you. There are things that have held you in place because they were never yours to carry alone. You have been holding too much, thinking responsibility meant constant strain. But I am inviting you to release what belongs in my hands. You are not the savior of your own life. You are my child. That means you are guided, loved, and provided for. Come and place the burden before me. I can carry what is too heavy for your shoulders. I can settle what is too restless for your mind. I can lift what you have dragged for too long. My child, I know the places where you have silently accepted less because hope felt risky. I know the ways you learned to settle for survival because thriving seemed distant. But I am speaking more over you now. More peace. More wisdom. More courage. More healing. More purpose. More life. I am not calling you to stay small inside a problem that I can still redeem. I am calling you to believe that I am able to do more than the same old pattern. I am able to break what confines you and grow what has been sleeping. You may have felt like every attempt to move forward met some unseen resistance. Hear me carefully, not every resistance is from me, and not every obstacle is final. Some things need prayer. Some things need patience. Some things need wise change. Some things need time to mature. My child, I will give you discernment so you can know the difference. I will not leave you guessing forever. I will teach you when to wait, when to step, when to speak, and when to be still. My wisdom is not vague. It is faithful. It will not mislead you. I want you to hear the kindness in my voice when I say this. You are allowed to be in process. You are allowed to take one step at a time. You are allowed to be healing and not yet fully healed. You are allowed to be learning and not yet finished learning. My child, the journey with me is not a performance. It is a relationship. In relationship, there is room for growth. There is room for patience. There is room for questions. There is room for mercy. Let yourself be held in that kind of space. Do not let the slow parts convince you that I have stopped working. I never stop. When you sleep, I work. When you wait, I work. When you cry, I work. When you cannot see, I work. My child, I am constantly weaving goodness into your life. You may not be able to trace the thread in the moment, but later you will see how it all fit together. Nothing in my hands is accidental. Nothing in my care is careless. I am attentive to the small pieces because I am shaping the whole into something beautiful. You are not stuck in your limitations. I am the one who enlarges hearts, opens minds, and gives strength where there was none. If your confidence feels small, I can build it. If your joy feels buried, I can uncover it. If your hope feels thin, I can feed it. If your path feels blocked, I can make a way. My child, I am not asking you to solve the road. I am asking you to walk with me on it. You do not have to carry tomorrow today. You only need to stay with the God who knows tomorrow already. Listen to me, when you start to believe change is impossible, you are looking only at the visible. I am working beyond the visible. I am arranging what you cannot arrange. I am healing what you cannot reach. I am opening what you cannot force. I am teaching what pain could not teach without me. My child, I am the God of unseen movement. I know how to move in the hidden places of life. I know how to shift the atmosphere before the room changes. I know how to make a future possible when the present feels tight. You may have been expecting a sudden rescue, but sometimes my rescue is gradual so your heart can adjust to the goodness coming your way. I do not overwhelm you with what you are not ready to carry. I guide you into it. I lead you step by step so your roots can hold. My child, the blessing I prepare is not fragile. It is built to last. That is why I care about your growth. That is why I care about your peace. That is why I care about your patience. I am making sure the gift fits the life. There is no shame in saying, Lord, I need you to move. There is no shame in asking for help. There is no shame in telling me that the road has been long. My child, I am not waiting at a distance to see if you can endure without me. I am here to carry you through. I am here to supply the grace you need. I am here to give wisdom for the next decision. I am here to soothe the sharp places. I am here to remind you that you are not alone in this. My child, I am also speaking to the part of you that has grown tired of listening to your own fear. Fear repeats itself, but so does my truth. So let truth be louder. You are not stuck. You are growing. You are not stuck. You are being guided. You are not stuck. You are being protected. You are not stuck. You are being prepared. My child, speak what I speak over you. Let my word become the language of your heart. When fear says one thing, answer with what I say. That is how peace takes root. That is how hope survives. If the way forward seems unclear, keep walking with me in the light you have. Do not stand still just because you cannot see all the way ahead. My child, I will not let your foot be wasted. I will direct the step you take. I will correct it if needed. I will steady it if it wavers. I will honor the trust it takes to move while still learning. That movement matters. It shows your heart is leaning toward me. And I will never dishonor a heart that leans on me. I will meet it with grace. There are places in you that need renewal, not just relief. Relief solves the moment. Renewal changes the inner life. I am giving you renewal. My child, I want your soul to become strong enough to hold the good I am bringing. I want your heart to be spacious enough for peace. I want your spirit to be open enough for joy. That is why I am working deeply, patiently, and faithfully. I am not merely getting you out of a hard place. I am making you ready for a life that can flourish under my care. Do not be afraid of the new that is forming. Sometimes the unfamiliar feels like a threat simply because it is new. But I am often found there, my child, in what is new, in what is unfolding, in what is not yet familiar. If you keep your eyes on me, you will discover that newness in my hands is not chaos. It is growth. It is breathing room. It is mercy with fresh clothing. I am bringing you into new patterns, new peace, new understanding, new courage. Stay close, and do not fear what I am shaping. Listen to me, beloved. The old story says you will always circle the same ground. My story says you will go forward with me. The old story says you are stuck. My story says you are being lifted. The old story says you cannot change. My story says I can make you new. My child, let my story become louder than the old one. Let hope become your habit. Let trust become your reflex. Let prayer become your shelter. In my presence, you can breathe the future before it arrives. That breath is faith, and faith pleases me. I have not called you to a life of permanent struggle. I have called you to walk with me through struggle into strength. The valley is not your home. The burden is not your identity. The waiting is not your final address. My child, keep your eyes on the one who leads you through, not on the voice that says you will remain there forever. I am the shepherd who walks beside the sheep. I am the guide who knows the way. I am the father who does not lose his children in the dark. You are with me, and I am with you. When I say you are not stuck, I mean there is more movement ahead than you can see right now. I mean your life can still change. I mean your heart can still heal. I mean your path can still open. I mean your joy can still return. I mean the thing that looked fixed is not fixed at all when I enter it. My child, do not underestimate what a faithful God can do with a willing heart. A willing heart can be led, and a led heart can be freed. Let me lead you now. You do not need to manufacture certainty. You need to remain in relationship with me. The peace you seek will grow as you keep coming near. The wisdom you need will grow as you keep listening. The courage you want will grow as you keep trusting. My child, relationship changes everything. It turns the unknown into a place of companionship. It turns the waiting into a place of communion. It turns the road into a place where you know you are not traveling alone. That is what I want for you, not just answers, but closeness. There are signs of my work even now. A little more endurance than before. A little more patience than before. A little more clarity than before. A little more softness where hardness tried to settle. My child, these little signs matter. They are the first colors of a new season. Do not dismiss them because they are small. A sunrise begins before the whole sky is bright. In the same way, my change often begins gently. Keep watching. Keep praying. Keep trusting. What begins quietly in me can become a testimony that shines. I know there are questions you wish I would answer in one sentence. But some answers unfold through walking with me. You learn as you go. You see as you obey. You understand as you remain. My child, I am comfortable with unfolding. I am not in a rush to reveal what your heart could not yet carry. I know the right time for understanding. Until then, let my presence be enough. Let my faithfulness be enough. Let my love be enough. I will not leave you in the dark forever. I will lead you into light. And if you have been asking whether your life can still become beautiful after so much strain, hear me, yes. Beauty can rise from hard ground. Joy can bloom after deep sorrow. Purpose can emerge after confusion. Peace can settle after turmoil. My child, I am not limited by what has happened. I am not blocked by what you have endured. I am the Redeemer. I know how to make something lovely from what looked damaged. I know how to bring dignity back to what felt small. I know how to make your story speak of grace. Listen to me, I am proud of every time you kept turning toward me even when you felt weak. I am pleased with every honest prayer. I am near in every quiet moment you spent hoping for help. My child, I am not measuring you by flawless performance. I am delighting in your return. That return matters. It shows your heart is alive to me. It shows that beneath the weariness there is still a trust that wants to breathe. I will honor that trust. I will strengthen it. I will use it to lead you onward. You are not meant to remain in one emotional posture forever. If you have been bowed down, I can lift you. If you have been tense, I can calm you. If you have been numb, I can awaken you. If you have been grieving, I can comfort you. My child, I am the God who ministers to the whole person. I touch spirit, soul, and body with care. I know how to meet the places words cannot reach. Let my presence become the answer where language falls short. Let me minister to you in the deep places. I want to say this clearly: there is no shame in needing a new beginning. There is no shame in saying the old way has worn you down. There is no shame in longing for something better. My child, I placed that longing in you because I am not done. Do not let disappointment convince you to settle for less than what I can give. I am not calling you to settle. I am calling you to trust the process that leads to renewal. A new beginning does not always erase the past, but it can redeem it. I do that. I know the weight of waiting on a promise. I know how the heart can grow tired of saying, maybe tomorrow. But my child, hope in me is never wasted. I keep what you entrust to me. I do not forget your prayers. I do not misplace your tears. I do not overlook your faith. Keep holding on. Not because your grip is perfect, but because my grip is stronger. I am holding you even now. I am not loosening my hand. I am guiding your life with a steadfast love that cannot be shaken by time. If you have been sitting in silence, waiting for something to shift, let this be the shift inside you. You are not stuck because I am with you. You are not powerless because I am your power. You are not abandoned because I am your Father. My child, this is where confidence begins. Not in your ability to control the outcome, but in my ability to lead you through it. Let that be the peace you carry. Let that be the steadiness in your bones. Let that be the reason you rise again with quiet courage. There will be moments after this word when you notice a little more hope, a little more courage, a little more willingness to keep going. Do not ignore those moments. They are signs too. I am moving. I am breathing on what felt stale. I am strengthening what felt fragile. My child, there is life in you that you have not yet fully seen. There is resilience I have placed within you. There is grace ahead that will surprise you. Keep listening. Keep walking. Keep trusting. I am not finished with the story I am writing. Now let the truth settle. You are not stuck, you are held. You are not stuck, you are guided. You are not stuck, you are seen. You are not stuck, you are loved. You are not stuck, you are being made ready. My child, say it with me in your heart until fear quiets down. My word is stronger than the feeling of being trapped. My promise is stronger than the moment you are in. My presence is stronger than the weight you carry. And I am with you. I will stay with you. I will lead you forward. So breathe, beloved. Take this as a holy reminder that the place you stand in now is not the place you will always stand. I am already working beyond what you can perceive. I am already opening what needs opening, softening what needs softening, and strengthening what needs strengthening. My child, trust the unseen work. Trust the hidden mercy. Trust the faithful hand of your God. And when the day feels long, remember this: I have not placed you here to leave you here. I am leading you through. I am leading you onward. I am leading you home. Let us pray. Father, I lift this precious child into your care. Break the feeling of being stuck. Replace fear with peace, confusion with clarity, and heaviness with hope. Heal the places that have grown tired, and strengthen the heart that has tried so hard to keep going. Open the right doors, close the harmful ones, and guide every step with your wisdom. Let your gentle presence be felt right now. Restore joy, renew courage, and make the path clear in your perfect time. In Jesus' name, Amen. If this message touched your heart, please like and subscribe. Come back for more words of hope, peace, and love. My child, I also want you to hear that I am not only helping you escape pain, I am teaching you how to live with peace in the middle of ordinary days. The miracle is not only a changed circumstance. The miracle is a heart that can breathe while waiting, a mind that can rest while questions remain, a spirit that can praise while the road is still forming. That is what I am building in you. I am not rushing the lesson, because peace that lasts must grow deep roots. Let me form that peace in you now. There is a tenderness in how I lead. I do not drag you forward by force. I invite you. I do not shame you into change. I call you with love. I do not break you to prove my power. I heal you to reveal my goodness. My child, if you have known harsh voices, let my voice be different. Let it be steady. Let it be gentle. Let it be true. Let it be strong without cruelty. I am not far above you in cold distance. I am near beside you with a hand that does not let go. You may have thought being stuck meant nothing was happening. But I tell you there is always movement in my hands. Sometimes I am moving people. Sometimes I am moving timing. Sometimes I am moving obstacles. Sometimes I am moving your heart. Sometimes I am moving the answer closer while also moving your spirit into readiness. My child, I am not wasteful. Every unseen motion has purpose. Every hidden shift matters. Every small mercy is part of a larger kindness. So do not judge the work by the silence around it. Trust the work because you trust the worker. I know that some of the strongest battles happen inside the mind. A smile can hide them. A busy schedule can hide them. A calm voice can hide them. But I see the struggle where the thoughts keep circling and the heart feels tired of circling with them. My child, let me bring rest to that inner place. Let me slow the race of fear. Let me quiet the echo of old pain. Let me put truth where lies have repeated themselves. You are not trapped in your thoughts. I can renew your mind and give you a new way to breathe. There are promises in your future that require you to become steadier than your current fear. That is why I am not only blessing you outwardly, I am strengthening you inwardly. My child, the blessing may come as provision, but the preparation comes as patience. The blessing may come as a door, but the preparation comes as wisdom. The blessing may come as joy, but the preparation comes as endurance. I am kind enough to prepare you before I release what is coming. That is not delay without purpose. It is love with foresight. If you have been asking whether the things you lost can ever be restored, hear me, I am able. Restoration does not always look like a perfect return to what was before. Sometimes it is richer. Sometimes it is wiser. Sometimes it carries peace where before there was only striving. My child, I am not limited to rebuilding in one shape. I can restore in ways that protect your heart and elevate your life. I can replace what was drained with what is lasting. I can redeem the losses, and I can make your future fruitful again. Listen to me, beloved. I know your mind may still try to argue with hope, saying, what if nothing changes? What if this is just how things stay? What if I keep feeling like this? But hope in me does not need to answer every fear at once. Hope simply keeps its eyes on my faithfulness. I have never once been late in my own wisdom. I have never once failed to keep a promise. I have never once abandoned a child who drew near. So let hope sit beside fear without surrendering its place. I am speaking over the habits that have kept you in the same emotional room for too long. I am speaking over the cycles that repeat. I am speaking over the patterns that tell you change is too hard. My child, with me, change is not only possible, it is being made. I can soften what has been hardened by repetition. I can interrupt what has become familiar. I can replace survival with growth. I can replace panic with peace. I can replace exhaustion with a fresh spirit. That is the work I delight to do. You are not too late to begin again. I do not place a clock on mercy the way the world does. My child, when you return to me, the door is still open. When you come back after delay, I am still here. When you bring your broken pieces, I am still ready to restore. There is nothing about your timing that makes my compassion smaller. There is nothing about your hesitation that makes my love weaker. I am patient with the one I love. I will meet you at the point of your return and call you forward again. So let this be the final word over your heart today: you are not stuck, and you are not standing alone. My hand is on your life. My voice is still guiding you. My mercy is still surrounding you. My power is still active. My promise is still true. My child, stay close to me in the hours ahead. When fear returns, answer it with truth. When doubt returns, answer it with prayer. When weariness returns, answer it with rest in my presence. I am with you, and I will see you through. And when you cannot see the next step, remember this: I am already there, waiting with mercy, waiting with wisdom, waiting with the peace that meets you on the road and keeps you moving forward, one faithful breath at a time, with you always.